What's poppin' knights? It's Sonokage, otherwise known as the King, and I come to you with another exciting part 2. What if the Uzumaki clan survived? Alright, so before we get into this part, there's a few things I want to say, and that being, life doesn't suck so much right now. I'm starting to get back into the swing of things. Money's starting to come in a bit better now. I'm doing my pay stubs on time, so if any of you were actually out there worried, please stop. I'm doing pretty good. Videos, however, might slow down. No, they won't. They won't slow down. They'll just be shorter. They'll be a bit shorter just so I can pump them out a bit quicker because I'm going to be very distracted with the firefighter test coming up soon. And I don't know if you heard about it, but if you check the news, they're calling in reserve units and National Guard to handle some domestic issues going on in the hospitals right now. So, if that being said, I'm thinking about doing a gaming channel too. I have like the first few videos planned. I do not own a game capture yet, so we're just gonna talk about games over there. I don't want to put games on this channel because it might be kind of confusing to new people coming to the channel. So, with that being said, I think we should get into the recap. Lego. That snap was atrocious. Okay. Team 7, after the battle for the leaf, suffered heavy loss. Itachi, their captain, suffered a heavy blow, leaving him hospitalized. And this is weighing heavy on the team. Naruto, his father Minato, his bones were crushed during the battle with the Raikage, Orochimaru, and the past Kage. Their Hokage is damn near on his deathbed. But Naruto is still able to smile, keeping the words of his mother close to his heart. Naruto having faith in his uncle Jiraiya, who tells him of a legendary kunoichi, a Sannin like him, who can restore Itachi and his father back to full health. He travels with a smile, trying to lift Nozumi and Sasuke's spirits. Nozumi is struggling to keep her usually happy demeanor. Her vision is no longer blurry, but her dojutsu that she's come to rely on is unavailable to her. She travels with Jiraiya to restore herself and Itachi, and gain peace within her mind. And Sasuke is traveling for his brother and his team. He feels their suffering is more than his, so he pushes his emotions deep down, instead focusing on their protection. Now, focusing more on the political side of the leaf, power secession is in process. With Minato being out of commission for the time being, Fugaku acts as the lead in his stead, feeling pressure to fill his shoes. We continue with Team 7, waiting at the gate for Jiraiya, who's still in Hokage's hospital room with Akane and Fugaku, and the unconscious Minato. Jiraiya takes a deep breath as he notices the sun is starting to rise. That's enough of the recap. So how about we... Oh, snap, I ruined the intro. Let's just get into it.
Don't no time to waste, the king is into beast mode. Your ninjas better hide away before I try to beast mob. Not to win this fairy tale, I got the heat flow. Back the lead in the trunks, I got the heat dome. Got the flow going crazy, that's a shuttle clone. I switch it up and interchange, and yeah, that's how the story goes. Sharingan or Rinnegan, pick one. Either way, you'll stay gone, cause bygones ain't bygones. Then in my hand, make your O go and run. If I just pull that rock, you are so stay like a Picasso. These hands is napalm. Fuck around and find out what I breathe with the sample. Someone put the brakes like an ape to a prince. Oh, I'm a king, what you tell me with no prince? Got the knife right behind me in the back. Still gonna fall down when the doors attack. Oh, like you know, see, I'm the leader of the pack. So don't you lay down, bitch, pay respect. Hey.
Jiraiya stands as the sun rises. As he states, it's probably time to head towards the gate. The kids are probably already waiting. Fugaku stands and bows to Lord Jiraiya. As he states, you don't need it, but I wish you success in your mission. Jiraiya smiles. Raise your head, young man. Can't have a Hokage bowing. Just make preparations for our return. This woman is kind of unruly. Try to prepare yourself as well. Jiraiya laughs, but it grows more serious. But now, about our other discussion. What do you have in mind? Fugaku sternly says, while I wish to honor Lord Minato's request, Obito is just too dangerous to be left alone. I'm going to have Kakashi and Shisui continue to gather information, and since Kakashi wishes to train with me, it'll be easy to attain whatever information they gathered. Once you return and Lord Minato is placed back in power, I'll handle that traitor myself. Akane speaks. I can't allow that, Fugaku. going against the Hokage's orders. You'll be deemed a traitor to the Leaf. Jiraiya groans, but Fugaku looks through her, activating his Sharingan. And what would you prefer, Akane? Orochimaru was able to amass this force thanks to Obito and his Akatsuki. He can't be allowed to roam free. Akane yells in retort, but what would you do about Itachi? Sasuke, Mikoto, do we just leave them? Jiraiya speaks. They're ninja, Akane. And more than that, they're ninja of the Leaf, ready to sacrifice everything for the prosperity of our village. But, if you'll excuse me, I have to go. Jiraiya leaves and heads towards the gate, where he passes Shinjiro and Naori. He laughs. Did you come to see your daughter off? Naori says, yes, there's something I want to tell her. Naori smiles as she continues to walk, and they see Sasuke's mother as well as Izumi. They wait and listen as Sasuke's mother speaks. Sasuke, Naruto, Nozumi, you children have seen so much more than I could have realized. This mission you're on, I have complete faith you'll come home safe. Sasuke, for the first time, you're going to have to protect your brother. Sasuke groans. You worry too much, Mom. I'll get Itachi back on his feet, don't worry. Mikoto continues. Naruto, I know growing up with the Fox was difficult, but you've impressed everyone in the Leaf. You've grown from a shy boy to a very dependable young man. I know your mother will be proud, and we all have faith in you, so continue to grow strong. Naruto smiles as she then turns her attention to Nozumi. And you, sweet girl. Nozumi, you've lost so much. I couldn't imagine what you're going through, but your strength is commendable. The fact you can still find the courage to smile. You remind me more of your mother every day. I know your visual prowess will return soon, so continue to charge forward like you always have. Just like she did. Nozumi doesn't have much of a reaction. She just sheepishly smiles, and Izumi, much like on their first mission, has a basket for them. But instead of food, there's food pills inside. As she says, you kids have grown up so much. I wanted to treat you all and Itachi when you became Chunin, but take these, and once you get my Itachi back on his feet, I'll make you all you can eat, whatever you want. Makoto laughs. You're Itachi. She blushes as she runs off, saying, my team is waiting for me. I have a mission myself. Makoto then looks towards Sasuke, who isn't surprised, as she says, and what do you know about this young man? Sasuke sees Jiraiya and says, well, time to go, ignoring his mother. Nozumi sees her parents and waves at them. They wave back and Naori cries, overhearing Makoto. Her friend speaks so highly of her daughter. She runs up and hugs her daughter Nozumi, who for the first time since the incident, smiles from the bottom of her heart, and the burning in her eyes calms down just a little bit, as her father walks up to her, handing her his weapons and sealing scrolls, so that she can be more prepared for the mission. As he says, everything Makoto said goes ditto for me. Jiraiya says nothing, just walking out of the gate, and Team 7 follows, but Nozumi stops, looking at Sasuke's mother and saying, oh, and Miss Makoto? Sasuke freezes, hearing this, turning towards her, mouthing, don't you dare, as Izumi ignores it and continues. Itachi told Izumi if she makes Jonin, he'll take her on a date. Makoto freezes in shock as Sasuke yells as he runs up and pulls on her hair. You idiot! Brother said keep that a secret. Did you lose your brain along with your Sharingan? Nozumi, though, is just laughing, just like she used to. Her attitude is finally coming back to normal. They're waved off. As they travel, they reach a bell shrine, and Jiraiya yells, stop!
I'm so sorry if you have headphones. Back to the story.
The kids panic, pulling out their weapons, ready for a fight. But Jiraiya asks them, what are you doing? The kids look at the old man, still ready for a fight, but more confused than before, as Naruto yells, no, what are you doing? Nozumi chimes in, yeah, you nearly gave us a heart attack. I thought we were under attack. Jiraiya laughs. What? Are you idiots? You must be blind if you think there's any threats out here. No, you kids are going to sit here still until you can meditate perfectly still for 10 minutes straight. Sasuke questions what's the point of this. Why are we wasting time when we need to find that Kunoichi to heal the village? To which Jiraiya speaks sternly. Well, to be frank, you're talented but weak and too undisciplined. That's why you couldn't protect Itachi. Sasuke, Nozumi, you both have basic understanding of meditation thanks to your augmented curse marks, but that's not enough. Same thing goes for you, Naruto. They want to yell and retort, but Jiraiya was right. Sasuke mutters damn under his breath. As Jiraiya continues, you have an hour to master this short meditation track before we start moving again. They nod and begin to meditate as Jiraiya summons a toad and gives instruction. Now listen, you may have had a taste of meditation during the exams, but that was child's play to perfect meditation. You need to be able to sit perfectly still, not moving a single muscle. Nozumi laughs. Psh, this is gonna be easy. Naruto puts his hand on Nozumi's shoulder and the two rant and rave as they cheer that they're gonna do this. As Jiraiya smiles. Oh, easy you think? Well, you two might find it the most difficult, because I really don't believe any of you can do it. Sasuke groans. Can we just get on with it? We're burning daylight. And what's with the toad? Jiraiya smiles. Oh, by all means, be my guest. And this toad is for when you make a mistake. The three sit down and meditate, and not even 30 seconds in, Nozumi and Naruto are smacked with the toad's tongue, and they yell in unison, "What the hell was that?" Jiraiya is looking at a porno mag as he states, "You must have moved. Get back to meditation." Naruto and Nozumi grunt. "You could have warned us." Jiraiya laughs. "Now where's the fun in that? Now hurry up. You only got 59 minutes before we leave." Sasuke gets smacked. Damn it! Jiraiya chuckles after hearing that. 58 minutes left, he says. They sit down and try again, and again, and again, but not before long, they get smacked by the tongue of the toad. They yell, more frustrated than before. Sasuke tries to control his rage, but the second he sits down and starts to try, he's smacked again by the tongue of the toad. He stands, losing his temper, his Sharingan flared with rage. Damn it, old man! Are you gonna just sit there and read, or are you actually gonna teach us? Jiraiya looks at the sun. About 45 minutes left. Fine. I guess I can tell you how this should help you. Maybe that will get you idiots to start taking this more seriously. Naruto, he yells. As he does, Naruto is then smacked by the tongue of the toad because he lost his concentration while meditating. He continues to explain. You allow yourself to get too distracted, Naruto, and you're ruled by your emotions, just like your father was. But that's not totally your fault. The Nine-Tails demon is partly to blame. It strikes when you're vulnerable. So, this will help you control your rage. For anger can be a powerful weapon when directed. But when you lose your cool, you put everyone at risk. But if you can control it, harness it, it'll make you a far more decisive ninja. Naruto pauses for a second. When you say rage, you mean the fox's rage, don't you? Do you really believe I can control him? Jiraiya smiles. You're my student and Minato's kid. If anyone can, it's you, Naruto. Naruto smiles. Sasuke. Jiraiya turns his attention to the young Uchiha. You are very in touch with your Uchiha blood, but your chakra control, for lack of a better term, is pathetic. You need to focus on the physical and spiritual aspects of your power to truly access the power you hold inside as Uchiha. And Nozumi, Jiraiya turns his attention to the young Kunoichi. You still don't know who you are, and you refuse to acknowledge how you feel, thinking your emotions make you weak, but they're a part of you. The more you distance yourself from them, the more you will find it impossible to use your dojutsu. If you feel weak, it's because you are. If you feel helpless, it's because you are. If you feel angry, it's because you are. Don't run from these emotions. Embrace them. And if it hurts, use meditation to find out why and start to work through it. The kids are shocked, but no more than Sasuke. He knew Jiraiya was strong, but he never thought of him as anything more than a lecherous old man. But Jiraiya watches. He listens. He's only been around Sasuke and Nozumi for a few days, but he's able to read them perfectly. Sasuke's found a newfound respect for the Toad Sage, now paying keen attention to everything that the old man says. He meditates, calmly taking the words of the old man to heart. Naruto and Nozomi are still trying to understand his words, but Sasuke is keen on the uptake, and Jiraiya notices this. Eventually, he was smacked by the toad again, but Jiraiya compliments him. You lasted 5 minutes. You're getting good, kid. How do you feel? Sasuke stands up, dusting himself off, opening his eyes, revealing his Mangekyo Sharingan once more. But as he does, a small Susanoo ribcage forms around him before disappearing, as quickly as it showed itself. Sasuke then falls to his knee. His chakra drain was immense. Jiraiya catches the boy with a smile on his face as he turns to the others and says, "Don't get too ahead of yourself, kid. Now, Naruto, Nozomi, do you see the benefits of training your mind as well as your body? Once you master this short meditation, we'll step it up. Do you understand me?" The kids cheer, but Jiraiya shuts them down, saying 38 minutes left. Get to it. They do, getting in a calm meditation longer and longer, still getting knocked down over and over again, not mastering the meditation. Jiraiya tells them all to stop. You've run out of time. Now let's get to town, and you can head to get some rest. You can continue to train once we reach the room. They do as they're told and reach the hotel. When they get there, they see a beautiful woman who catches all of their attention. Strangely enough, they're all mesmerized by her charms, except for Naruto. Subconsciously, he activated his Sharingan. He can't see any traces of chakra on the woman. She must be a normal human with no strong chakra control. But he can see a seal on the woman's forehead. He then turns to Jiraiya, who he can hear whispering in his ear. You can see it too, Naruto, right? This woman, she's under genjutsu, a powerful one, a powerful spell at that. So you kids go to your room, and I'll go investigate. Naruto and Nozomi groan. Oh yeah, right. You might see the genjutsu, but you're just gonna go have fun, aren't you, pervy sage? But Sasuke cuts them off. It doesn't matter. We need to train anyway. So let's just let Master Jiraiya handle it. They're stunted. They're stunned by this. Even Jiraiya was surprised. Yeah, Sasuke, you're right. He then hands Sasuke the keys to the room and Sasuke takes the kids up to his room while Jiraiya goes with the woman, as he states, pretending to fall for her guiles. The kids sit around in the room and complain for a while, but Sasuke continues to meditate until they hear a knock at the door, and Naruto gets up. What is it, uncle? Did she decide to leave you like the jerk-off you are? But as he opens the door, he sees two men clad in black robes painted with red clouds. The shorter one has pale skin and maroon eyes. His hair is also white as snow. He stares at Naruto, saying nothing, as the taller one walks into his view and says, Really now? Who would think a pipsqueak like you would have the 9 tails? Naruto is terrified, unable to speak. His only thoughts are, these guys are serious. Nozomi and Sasuke see the look on Naruto's face, their friend, their brother. He's petrified in fear. This is unlike Naruto. As the shorter one says, shall we go outside? The two then realize Naruto's being threatened. They rush up, shooting 2 fireballs, but their jutsu is absorbed. The two are stunned. Naruto, seeing his friends trying to save him, activates his Sharingan once more. He could see a chakra build up in the short man's arm. Naruto still can't move. The taller man is cutting off at any routes of escape. He could only yell, Sasuke! Nozomi! Get down! As those words leave his lips, a blue flame jettisons out from the short boy's hand, blasting a hole in the wall of the hotel. Naruto uses his Sharingan. He doesn't say this out loud, but he can see that Sasuke and Nozomi are alive. Good. Naruto then bites his thumb, forms the hand signs for the summoning jutsu. As he yells, his shoulder was slashed by the blade on the man's back. Naruto no longer feels his chakra. Confused, the taller man explains, Sorry, kid, but Samahara cuts through chakra and devours it. Naruto grits his teeth, trying to think of a plan when the tall man speaks again. Hey, Hiruko. It'll be annoying if this kid tries to run off again. Should I chop off a leg? Naruto gripped his teeth harder. He has to save Nozumi and Sasuke. He has to think of a plan, but he can't move. But maybe he can be a distraction. Naruto uses his Fumigan to place a seal on the tall man's back. As he raises the blade in the air and swings it at Naruto's leg, Naruto teleports using the flying Raijin. He's behind the man. He charges a Rasengan, but his wrist is grabbed by the smaller man, and his chakra absorbed again. But as this happened, the shorter man starts to look younger, as his grip tightens and tightens on Naruto's wrist until Naruto's wrist is snapped. He writhes in pain. He screams. Then a purple skeletal hand crashes through the wall as Nozumi rushes through, embowed in her curse mark, grabbing Naruto and retreating towards Sasuke. Running isn't an option though. These two are far too skilled. If they turn their backs to them, they're dead. The two begin to walk slowly towards R3. They can hear their hearts ringing in their ears as each step they take echo in their ears. In the distance, they hear summoning jutsu. The room fills with flesh as the walls begin to attack the two Akatsuki members. You fools don't know who I am, do you? I'm not made to blindly follow after a woman's feminine charms. When you get to my level, women yelp at the delight of my sex appeal. Nozumi yells, I'm excited that you're here, but lying is wrong. You were totally falling for that woman's trap, pervy sage. Jiraiya groans. I guess that's my nickname now. Jiraiya then turns his attention back to the two Akatsuki members, as he smiles and states, Kisame Hoshigaki, the tailless beast, and Hideko the leech. This is the perfect opportunity to eliminate you both. Hiriko stares at Jiraiya, as he states, Jiraiya the Toad Sage. It's a shame this is how we should meet again. Kisame, we should retreat. The two men then run, but Jiraiya uses the summoning jutsu that they're inside of to stall them. But Hiriko absorbs the chakra from the walls and burns a hole through the hotel to escape. Jiraiya then runs to where they fled from, as he mutters to himself, Hiriko the leech, the traitor of the hidden leaf. What are you doing back here? He then runs back to the kids to see if they're alright. He checks on Naruto and sets his arm back in place. He then looks at Sasuke, who's also unconscious due to chakra strain. He must have used the Susanoo again. And Uzumi, who's tending to both their injuries. She's becoming a far more skilled kunoichi, able to handle herself under pressure, even without her dojutsu. Jiraiya notes this as interesting. And I think that's where we're going to leave this for today. Sorry this one was kind of short, but what did you think? I had to replace, Itachi and Pain in the Akatsuki. And Hiriko is step one. He's the one replacing Itachi. He actually has very similar powers to a Sharingan. I can't say Itachi himself because no, he doesn't. But he has very similar powers to a Sharingan, as well as having some powers that are kind of like, Momoshiki. So I think he'll be a very interesting aspect to this world and a very clear and present threat to our team. Now, who's replacing Pain, you might think? Well, stay tuned and I promise you'll find out eventually. Because after the Tsunade mission, this story will become almost it will not resemble the original Naruto story, that's for sure. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you made it to this part of the video, I just want to say, type in the comments, I only watch your channel for your outro. That's how I'll know, and it'll be funny. No one else will know what this means. But if you made it to this part of the video, because my videos are long, this one is short, by the way. This one is actually really short, but my videos are usually long. Just type in the comments, I only watch your channel for the outro. And it will make me laugh, and everyone else who comes to the comment section will have no clue why you're all being so rude. And it'll make me happy. All right. But I do want your guys' opinion on a gaming channel. So I don't have a game capture right now. The first the first 5 episodes or 5 videos that I have planned are already set in motion. So, one of them is a not review, not theory, because I know my theory is wrong on FNAF pretty much at always. I think Matt Pat is right about Gregory being a robot, right? I think he's right, only because I can't see not Scott Steelwool doing anything super interesting with their character. But I have ideas for the story that would just work so much better. And it being a game, I didn't want to put it on here because it just wouldn't fit. It wouldn't fit, you know? But over there, I could do something really interesting with it. And I think that it'll be a very entertaining video. I have a lot of stuff worked out. It won't. So I want these 2 channels to feel insanely different. This one is more stories based. If I do a gaming channel, I want it to be almost purely comedy, but with learning aspects in them. So when I'm talking about a theory, I guess, in FNAF, which I won't, but when I'm talking about what I want to do with FNAF, I want to make it entertaining because, simply said, I want the gaming channel to feel different from the actual channel. So if that's something you were interested in, when that's up, I will definitely let y'all all know. The other videos I have planned is when I was actually in the army. For some reason, I completely blanked on writing more to my what ifs. I couldn't do it for some reason. But I was reading a lot, and they gave us a lot of different comics and stuff to read, and a lot of army affiliated books and stuff. And one of the comics they had was from one of our drill sergeant's kids. It was a Sonic the Hedgehog comic, and it was the Metal Virus one. And I kinda was bored as hell, and in the little time that we had to write during boot camp, oh god, it's gonna sound so freaking no, I can swear it's like 26 minutes of the video. It sounds so fucking nerdy, man. But I wrote like a whole third of a Sonic game, a sequel to Sonic Forces, because Sega can do better, and I can make them better. Sega should hire me. God damn it, hire me, Sega. That's gonna be like the whole energy of the video. It's gonna be like me talking very constructively and building up this game world, and then also insulting Sega. I think it's a fun video, and you guys are gonna love it if you want to go over and watch that stuff. And I'm only doing it like this because I don't own a game capture yet. When I get one, I can promise you that there's gonna be gameplay videos, there's gonna be streams where I can actively interact with y'all. And you know, Pokemon Legends Arceus just came out. I did my first Nuzlocke a few months ago, and I want you to see my pain. I am not the best Pokemon player, and I think it'll be entertaining because I get attached really quick. I mean, stupidly quick. But on the other hand, there's a Discord up too. So if you guys want to get in the Discord, I'm going to try to find time. But right now, there just really isn't time to play games. There really isn't time to even watch videos and movies and stuff. I am constantly going back and forth and working. I'm trying to get a house right now. I'm talking with the VA home loan place because now that I know all these benefits that the Army provides me as a soldier, I'm definitely going to start using those. I won't say abusing them, but I'm definitely going to start using them. So, if you guys... Actually, I know that some of you have military experience because you tell me you do. And trust me, I do read the comments and stuff. If you guys have any advice for me for getting a house, god damn it, I would love to hear it. I'm literally listening to everything that the VA home loan office tell me, but getting an outside perspective on this stuff would definitely be beneficial. So if you guys know anything about getting a house, your advice would be so greatly appreciated in this process. Other than that, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. You know the drill. I love y'all. Ono Kage out. Peace.